everybody, my name is Mike Kennedy. I'm with Retro Action Entertainment, and I'm really excited to be joined today by three guys who have made millions of people's lives, including my own, a whole hell of a lot more fun. I am talking about Mr. Keith Robinson. He is current day president of Intellivision Productions. Mr. Dave Warhol, he's owner of Real Time Associates, a game studio here in Southern California. And video gaming programmer and designer extraordinaire, Mr. John Saul.
Hi.
So together we've teamed up to reintroduce gamers to a brand new generation of retro Intellivision video gaming classics that have been reimagined and updated for modern day gamers. It's our goal to use Kickstarter to reintroduce gamers to these games in 3 game catalog packs. And we're going to begin with 3 of Intellivision's most iconic and fun games, Astro Smash, Shark, and Night Stalker. Reimagining these classics, you know, and this is going to be much of Mr. Dave Warhol's work.
Right.
You know, how do you take a game that was so perfect back in the day, like Astro Smash? I mean, perfect, right, John?
Right.
I mean, it was the perfect, brilliant game.
And make it even more perfect.
And make it even more perfect. No, but I mean, how, you know, it's very important, right, to maintain and to keep that, keep the game true to itself.
Right.
But while at the same time modernizing it and updating it with better graphics and whatnot,
right.
and you know, things that just couldn't be done like then, like in Astro Smash's terms, power-ups and other things like that. But keeping that core gameplay and that core experience that many of us remember from back in the day.
Right, well that's really been how we envisioned the Gen 2 label, is getting into the gameplay. What made the games, what the game mechanics strong and resilient. So we're reinventing them, but reinventing them from where they started. It's keeping it very close to the original spirit. So Astro Smash, of course, the original mechanics are there. We have fun with the artwork, which is kind of a fake 2D, 3D, pixely but colorful pixels, like meaty pixels. So a lot of fun with the graphics, but the gameplay is pretty much the same core mechanics. And then we like to say it's 150% of the original game. So everything that you've got in that original game, but a few extra mechanics thrown in there for balance. And then tuning it has been a blast too, just to figure out what a nice ramp is to get that extended gameplay cycle. So it's a casual game. And one of the things that we did back at Mattel was that we had to have games with long shelf life. I mean, you could play these for 20, 30, 40 hours, right? So being able to come up with a game that ramps that same way, that still has the attraction to keep you in there. So really making it be as close to the original as possible has been a boon. So
what about the other 2 games in the game pack? So Shark. What's some history on Shark?
Shark, actually, Jiwen Zhao, she was the programmer of it, but I actually found recently the original document for it was actually Don Daglow's idea of having this shark and little fish eating bigger fish and everything, getting big enough and challenging the shark and everything. But Jiwen, she's the one who put it all together, and the one kind of trivia I like to point out on that one is there's a lobster, a crab or something that's moving around on the bottom of the screen, and she didn't know how it would be, how she'd make it move or anything, so she couldn't find anything to show up. But one of the other programmers, Steve Sense, who did the Tron Deadly Disc game, he had a pet tarantula. And so she talked to him, and he brought his pet tarantula in just so she could study it. So it's actually, I think the movement of the lobster or whatever is based on actually a tarantula. So,
oops.
Yeah, but...
right. Well, we had a lot of fun reinventing Shark as well. We put in some bonus rounds where the gameplay changes entirely for a few moments. Different types of mechanics come in, and then it clears and goes back to the regular gameplay. Had a lot of fun with that one. Again, keeping the same core mechanics, eating the larger fish, eating smaller fish, getting larger.
What about Night Stalker? Finally, another another great game in the Intellivision lineup.
When we looked at the catalog and picked the 3 games we wanted to bring out in this format, Astro Smash was the natural, and Shark because of the universal gameplay, another one. And that the third one, the popular title, was easily Night Stalker. And So that one, re-envisioning it was a big challenge to keep with that core gameplay. All right, you've got a really slow-moving bullet, so it's almost like, you know, that system. Everything moves, and there's this this kind of implicit slow motion that's happening in the game. You see a bullet coming with enough time to avoid it, whereas games nowadays, it's like, you know, you shoot and then the bullet is immediately where it's supposed to be. So reinventing it, keeping that pacing has been really challenging to give it that arcade feel, but at the same point in time, the slow motion. So what we're doing there is adding more kinds of robots and some in-environment obstacles to get through. A little bit of puzzles. Oh, and then, of course, a ton of mazes, right? The Night Stalker only played in one maze. So we've got a blast coming up with different layouts that play differently.
So everybody, we're really excited to bring you guys this Kickstarter for these 3 great Intellivision games. And one of the really neat things about this particular campaign is that we've done a lot of the development work for these games up front. So you can see what these games are going to be like right here, right now on this campaign page. So this means to you backers that the turnaround time for these games is going to be much quicker than other video game Kickstarters that you've seen in the past. We definitely hope to deliver these products to you very, very soon. So on behalf of all of us sitting up here, we ask for your support to help us bring these products to this new market, this new PC and Mac market.